Welcome to the After the Show movie podcast, brought to you by your hosts Ace Scully and Sid Talk. We're addicted to movies. Are you? Welcome, Sid Talk. We just watched a movie. It was a movie we watched.
It was. That's accurate.
How are you?
I'm right. This is not the before the after show discussion. The before.
Did you pick the wrong week to quit heroin?
To start talking. Before the after the show discussion was extremely limited. You made tea. I sat down here. I read some poetry from my friend. You commented on some James Cameron stuff because you love him. And this is it. This is where we're at.
This is where we're at. So let's start this thing. All right.
Aye.
All right. It's Saturday, April the 4th. This is After the Show, your weekly movie review podcast. And on episode 937, we're looking at the movie Avatar, Fire and Ash. It's a 2025 release, out now on streaming, rated PG-13. Its runtime is 3 hours and 17 minutes. And it's from our friends at Disney, who sent us a digital code for review. Sid Talk, can you give us the synopsis of the movie Avatar, Fire and Ash?
Do I need to? It's a battle between good and evil on another planet.
I'll give you the one off the...
pretty much sums it up.
I'll give you the one off the box.
Aye.
Jake and Natiri's family grapple with grief, encountering a new aggressive Na'vi tribe, the Ash people, who are led by a fiery Varang. As the conflict on Pandora escalates and a new moral focus emerges.
A fiery Varang. Is that what she was? She was cool, I must say. She was awful, but she was cool.
Her name was Varang.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I believe.
Well.
Yeah. So yeah, her name was Varang.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was cool, but she was terrible.
All right, so this is the third in the Avatar movies, which when was the first one? It seems like a long time.
Seems like a very long time.
Yeah. So this is a continuing saga. Probably no good if you've not seen the others, right? Maybe?
I don't know. I mean, it's just each one of them, and I'm saying this, I like the movies, so don't get me wrong, but it's the same story over and over. It's the underdog, which is the native people of a land, fighting against an aggressor who wants to come and profit from what the native people have.
Is it like Last of the Mohicans?
It's like humanity.
Yeah.
There's no fiction here. This is reality turned into a movie with blue people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's the same thing over and over and over. This isn't a continuation of a story to me. It's all the same story.
Are you saying it's just a repeat of the last?
It is a repeat because you have your people who just want to live and thrive and survive. And then you've got the jerks moving in, and then you've got the wild bunch coming around trying to burn everything to the ground, and you have to defend yourselves. And so the choice is, are you peace-loving like the whale people? They're not like people, they're whales, but they're thinking creatures, right? They choose not to fight, and for all eternity, they've chosen not to fight to defend their ocean.
James Cameron's idea for this movie, he said, well, the whole idea was he wanted you to see a different side to the Na'vi race. Like, they're not all super peaceful. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you have a choice now. Are we going to stay peaceful because it's been working? Or now you may have to make the choice that there is a foe in the world who is relentless, who has no boundaries, no morals, no ethics, no nothing. And they will come at you and destroy everything about you. So if you want to be peace-loving and take the higher ground, I mean, I get that too. But this is the choice they're now making. So, and I found it interesting that we didn't hear anything about this wildfire clan group tribe any other time before. Did we?
No, we didn't.
No hint.
They were new for this movie.
Yeah, they didn't even exist. And so the idea felt like this planet's just a bunch of different tribes who kind of sort of get along, and they kind of sort of just live, right? There's the water tribe and the land tribe and the forest tribe. And now they're telling us about these psychotic, volcanic fire people.
So let's get this out of the way. The technology of the movie is still incredible. It took me about 3 to 4 minutes at the beginning to stop going, whoa, this looks cool. If you go back and watch the original one, does the original one look really dated technology-wise?
I thought about that myself, so I didn't look.
I was thinking lighting and modeling and all that has got so much better over the course of, 10, 12 years? You know, when you watch Toy Story 3 and then you see a clip from Toy Story, there's a very jarring difference between it, even though Toy Story does look good.
True.
Wonder if this is the same. Maybe not. Maybe he tried to make sure they fit together. By not going too far with
the thing is, you gotta just keep moving forward.
The technology is ridiculous, though. I believe it's all happening. You know, like almost every other film I watch that has any element of CG, there's always a moment where you go, that CG is a bit funny, and it takes you out of it a little bit. With these 3 movies, he's operating on another level, right?
There were moments when I had to divert my eyes, just tiny.
I never saw that one. It's just incredible. And there's some really like amazing set pieces in this movie. When the hot air balloon type ships arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously the third act, there's a big battle. The battle is insane. It's like there's not an inch of the screen wasted. There's like something going on everywhere.
It's almost too much, but then I think that's the idea, that your brain and your eyeballs just can't
keep up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is unbelievable levels of detail and unbelievable. What they can do with this kind of technology is nothing is off the table. So if they want to crash a giant monster into a big ship and blow it up, they can do it, right? Absolutely. There's no like having to, go and do that. I don't know how this movie's done. I don't know if they do a lot of like practical shots and then the rest is built around in CG. I've never really seen, there's people who are seamlessly integrated with not people. But then there's also like things from our world and then like floating islands and, it's crazy, isn't it? It does look amazing.
It does.
So I love that about the Avatar series. And another thing that I thought of was when I see Avatar posters for Avatar and, there's a new Avatar movie coming out, I think, Avatar. I'm not like, it's Star Wars that's coming out.
Right.
But then when an Avatar movie does come out and I actually finally sit down to watch it, I realize this is really fun. I like this.
Yes.
This is an adventure that he's taken us on. Yes, the story is repetitive. There were moments in this movie where I was like, if you didn't tell me what I was watching right now, I would tell you that I was watching the last one. The water, Way of the Water.
Yeah.
Even the structure of it. I don't want to spoil in this one. It's a long movie. There's a lot going on. But towards the end, there's a confrontation, let's say. It was very similar to the last one.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
It was even on the same type of, like on a ship kind of thing. Is repetitive in a way. But they do add enough new elements, I think, in this one. And the new element is the Ash tribe.
Yeah.
Which are very interesting and striking to look at. And I do like the interaction of the Stephen Lang character.
I don't know who Stephen Lang is.
Quaritch.
Okay, there you go.
I do like how he...
So Quaritch is the colonel who has had it in for our main guy. So if you don't know the story of Avatar, we had a human guy who was on a thing to go to this planet with this corporation and some military people to basically steal resources from this planet and come back to Earth and sell them off for billions of dollars.
Uh-huh.
And our Earth guy, Jake Sully, and the colonel guy, of course, Jake first was on a mission to come with him, and then, of course, fell in love with the people and the lady and da-da-da. And so this colonel thinks that Sully is like a traitor.
Yeah.
And so his mission, even though he died in one of the movies and was turned into one of the Na'vi people, magically, of course, as we do in these movies, he's come back as a Na'vi, as an avatar. Well, he's not Avatar anymore. He's actually of the planet, right? He's still after Sully. It's still the same fucking story. Like this beating a dead horse to me. Sorry for the vegans in the world who don't like that saying, but I'm just saying that story of him battling our guy over and over.
Sully had a conversation with him in this one, telling him like he should open his eyes and maybe like, because what Sully did, like you say, got to the planet and fell in love with the people, and then he had a change, didn't he? Like a whole change. And he was trying to tell this guy, like, look, you could do that too. And he does do that, but he doesn't do it in the right way.
Right. So he, instead of like communing the problem with him is he's still on a mission to bring Jake down.
He is, but he also falls in love with the people.
Yeah, but he didn't fall in love with anybody. He's using the crazy lady from the volcano as a weapon to get Sully, and it kind of builds up his confidence, right? He's found kind of a way to be still in charge and boss everybody around like a dickhead. But his real mission is to get Sully. As soon as he lets that go, which, spoiler alert, I'm still not convinced that big long fall off of something tall did him in, because we didn't see him dead on the ground.
If you don't see somebody in a million pieces, and even if you do see them in a million pieces, and it's a sci-fi or something, there's always some way out of that.
Yeah, they're not dead. Not dead.
No. When the Terminator goes into the what do you call it? The forge.
Absolutely.
You're like, is he really done?
I mean, Sigourney Weaver died, and she's not dead.
No, exactly.
We have her clone as a Navi.
And they mess up, yeah. And in the Alien franchise, there's also a clone of Sigourney Weaver.
She can just keep coming.
So yeah, never count on the bad guy getting dispatched. Maybe they'll get dispatched, but maybe they'll be back. Who knows?
Any science fiction, fantasy, adventure, any of that these days, now all the writers know the tricks. No one ever has to really be dead, but they pick and choose.
They do kill some people in this movie.
The son was dead from the last one, like dead. You know what I'm saying?
And some people who we won't disclose die in this one.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I was like, oh really? You would do that? Oh, that's bad. The people in this movie, the RDA, whatever they're called.
I mean, the humans.
They are bad.
They're very bad. They're terrible. At one point, Sully's wife, who is a Navi, like just native born to the planet, because he used to be human and now he's one of them. He's like, you hate us. And she said, I hate the insanity in their minds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I know James wrote that. And that must be how he feels.
Yeah. It does have a lot of... The first movie was criticized for being like environmentalist. I don't know why you would criticize environmentalism.
Yeah, what?
Like, don't be good to anything. Just be shitty.
Don't tell the story of native peoples being obliterated for resources and hurting the planet. That's boring.
Don't draw attention to that.
Don't make us think about it.
Yeah, so it was people, there wasn't much story to Avatar and it's really environmentalist. Well, this one also covers different things, doesn't it? It covers some interesting things.
It's extremely political. And anyone who wants to argue with me about that, I'm here for it.
I mean, it's right on the nose political.
We have found some people who are aggressive. Now, culturally, we've seen them. She's aggressive. The lady from the volcano. They don't know anything about technology. And now our dude who wants to use her as a weapon gives her weapons.
And says, hey, look what these can do.
Yes, and then tries to manipulate her, the lady who's the tribal leader of the volcano people. You know, it's very political. If you don't think it, then you're wrong.
It's not in a bad way, though. It doesn't feel to me... I mean, it does. It's right on nail on the head. But
it's very pointy.
It doesn't make me go, oh, I hate this because it's so political. And I think some people, the first movie, people were like, oh, it's all about saving the planet.
Yeah, don't preach.
Right, don't save the planet. Let's all be shitty.
Let me just be shitty, please. Don't make me think about it.
And this has the same kind of elements. But you're right, it is kind of recycled plot. From the, I feel like it's more kind of. It's more of a recycled plot from the second one than it is the first one.
It's all the same story.
But the second one,
the same story is horrible aggressors want to come and colonize and destroy an area to profit. That's it. That's the story over.
But what I thought about the first movie was they had to explain everything to us, the Avatar program, how everything works, and that was all very interesting because we didn't know what was going on, right? And then the second one, they kind of compounded it into, you already know what this is all about, so we'll set up a war, and then we'll have a fight, and then we'll have a confrontation at the end. The end. This one is exactly that again, right? Nothing really changes here. Nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's even the same. I feel like it's the same outcome.
Always the same outcome.
This one felt a bit Empire Strikes Back-y at parts. I was like, oh, where's this going? Because it's very heroic, and then it's not so. Then it's like, oh, we might be getting, So they were going for that. Are there more avatars?
I don't think James is particularly original. He just he does have a point to make, and because it looks gorgeous to me, and because I'm interested in the overall human story of it. And then, the way the people perform it and the way they are, they're dealing with grief and they're dealing with the father-son thing, which I don't identify with, but I get it. It's like, it's another layer of a story in there as a father and a son and disappointed in one son, and also a blended family. If you think about Sully and the lady, their children are not all their children. One is a clone of Sigourney Weaver. One is a human boy who's the son of the jerkhead guy. And then I thought they were going to raise the little baby, but they obviously not. But, it's also got that going on, that how much do you love your children who aren't like your children?
Yeah.
How deeply are you going to protect against whatever odds? Right?
The answer is you should protect them like they are your children.
Absolutely. No matter, don't consider taking their little lives or letting them die.
Hold on, my son's over there and her son's over there. I'll rescue my son first.
Well, that's like a superhero choice, isn't it? That's like a devious villain would, like, over here your son's going off a cliff in a bus, and over here your stepdaughter's falling off a mountain.
It's a telltale game decision.
Yes.
To be made. Yeah. I was going to say it's not going to win any awards for its originality, but it won some awards it won an Oscar actually for the special effects. But how could it not?
Yeah.
The special effects are what carries it. Because the story's like, it isn't superb.
I mean,
but there's nothing else that looks like it.
The story isn't bad. It just isn't anything new.
No.
And the way we're telling it and layering it with all these other things, it just gives it a little more interesting bits and pieces,
Now, most people in this movie are body actors and they do voice acting, right?
Body actors.
It's CG. It's a lot of CG. So here's some of the people. Sam Worthington is Jake. And I said to you earlier, Sam Worthington, we don't really see him in anything else because of Avatar. He just is an Avatar and that's it. Right?
That I know of. Yeah, we don't watch a lot of regular TV. So
no.
It's possible.
Zoe Saldana is Natiri.
Natiri, that's her name.
Yeah. She's always excellent in it. I loved it at the beginning when she was in her grieving makeup.
Absolutely.
And she was in that mindset of
I can't not be grieving.
I can't not be pissed with these people as well.
Absolutely. She hates what do they call them? The sky people.
Yeah. She kind of hates everybody at that point.
As you would. I mean, there's no shade on that at all.
Sigourney Weaver plays Kiri. Sigourney Weaver's in this for a moment, but then she also does the voice of...
Yeah, she's in it the whole time. It's her face. Yeah. It's her voice, yeah.
Kate Winslet is Ronal. She was in the last movie. She's in this movie. And Stephen Lang...
She was the green lady?
Pregnant lady.
Okay.
Yeah. And Stephen Lang is Quaritch, our bad guy.
All right.
Who's been in it since the beginning. Everybody does a good job, to be fair.
Absolutely.
Even Soprano's mom,
Yeah. Eddie Falco, I mean, she's not in it a lot. She's just like the general in charge of the military operation, and she directs people, and because she gets...
I really like the action scene that took place in that city where she snuck in on the, where our lady, Zoe Saldana, sneaks in on the back of the winged beast to go and have a word with them. Yeah.
Jake's
really good. Really good, that part. I mean, there are excellent action sequences. There's a bunch of them. It feels like there was, how many in this movie? Like 5?
A lot.
Yeah, and they're big. Like, they go on for a while. James Cameron is the director. You might have heard of him. He directed Terminator movies, Aliens, True Lies, all kinds of different movies that you will know and love. Or maybe you don't love them. I love them. What do you think of his directing? How do you judge this for
It's
directing?
same as always.
It's very good. It's
I
like
have no notes for James. He's fine.
It's like the top of its game or something. I mean,
I don't know
simplistic storyline or whatever, but technically you can't really.
Right, but that's not what I mean. Directing is he's the project manager of the whole thing,
Right?
And then I'm sure that he's in charge of, if not the key point person on the the design of every shot. I don't know. I'm sure he has people who do the art direction and all that kind of stuff. But I reckon he's right there when they're drawing the storyboard.
Yeah.
And so visually, it's never not interesting.
And it's never what you criticize Weta for sometimes. In the Peter Jackson movies, for instance, is sometimes it looks like, oh, that's good enough, just do that.
Mm-hmm.
Here, to me, it doesn't look like that. It's like, we are going to make this look amazing.
Yeah.
Like, and if a shot doesn't work, we're going to make sure it works. Like, we can't have dodgy looking shit in this movie. It's not King Kong, Peter Jackson King Kong, because that does have some dodgy looking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched the TV show Monarch, which has King Kong in it, which is much better than King Kong that Peter Jackson made.
Absolutely.
As the CG. I know time has passed and all that, but it looks...
I think Mr. Jackson's standards are low. I'm sorry
lower.
Anyone who disagrees, but it is what it is.
So IMDb reviews, what are those?
Those are reviews on IMDb where people give something a 1 star. And when you disagree with them, you make fun of them and make a funny voice. And when you agree with them, you go, well, I got a good point.
Right. So this movie's got a lot of reviews on IMDb. It's got 1,700 reviews. And how many 1 star would you say out of 1,700?
50.
82.
Okay.
All right. First guy says, this is the same movie over and over again. Did we say that?
We said that.
He says, new Avatar, old story. At this point, the Avatar movies feel less epic and like an animated rerun. It's 3 hours and 17 minutes of recycled plot. I want my money and time back.
I want my time back. It's a classic review. I love it.
Second one says, tragic compared to the original Avatar. This one is so bad, it's basically a C-class action movie. It managed to erase everything I liked about the original Avatar. Make better use of your time and skip this one.
Mm.
And the third guy says...
Up to you, whoever you are.
Third guy says, tedious. It's the same as the first and second. Only a couple of things are different. The movie made me want to get up from the theatre, but I gave it a chance. It made me want to fall asleep, though. My sincere opinion is, don't watch. It was a waste of time.
Is it sincere? Are you being sincere?
Well, apparently.
I disagree.
And a bunch of this, all the other reviews with the headlines are things like, this is just the same story, or it doesn't have a story. It's too much action. There's too much action. This is too spectacular for me. Make it more banal and bland.
You reckon that's what they're saying?
I mean, how can you say it's too spectacular? Like, what do you want? What do you want? All right, so extras. There are some extras, including a family soundtrack. So you can watch this movie just the regular way, where somebody might say the F word or the B word, or you can watch it without that. Did you notice that on the...
Yeah.
It's a PG-13. PG-13s tend to slip in some swear words these days, don't they? Why is that? You don't have to, do you? It's not like...
Everybody needs to grow up.
It's not like there's a quota or something.
Oh, so you're opposed to the dirty...
Well, I say, like, if it's not 100% necessary, you don't have to, right?
Agree.
Sometimes it feels like, oh, we just put that in there because...
Shocking.
We can.
Right.
Yes, and this one, it had, a couple? There's also blooper scenes, all that kind of stuff. Let's give this movie a score. I'm going to give Avatar Fire and Ash a 7 out of 10. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
I did too. I would say 7 is fair.
And I don't see them separate. Like, I'd probably give them all. I might have give the original Avatar 9 out of 10 or something. Because at the time, it was it was so impressive. I couldn't even, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what is happening? Like, it's happened to me a couple of times in cinema. I remember a Saturday afternoon going to watch Terminator 2 in the cinema, which was James again, and watching Terminator 2 and coming out of Terminator 2 going, I can't believe what I saw there. I mean, it was so outstanding. I can't believe it. And it also happened to me with Avatar. So James he does push cinema further, or at least special effects. And
absolutely.
So it's happened to me twice. So I have to thank James for that. But yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. What are you giving it?
That's what I said. I'll stick with 7.
All right. The other two you'd probably give 7 to as well.
Looking back, I'd have to see them again.
Yeah.
But chances are, sure. Sure, why not?
Sure. All right. So thank you to 20th Century Studios. Next week, we're looking at the movie Crime 101. Do you know it?
No.
It looks like it might be a heist movie. You know me.
A sequel to Emily the Criminal?
It is not. But it does have one of the Hemsworths in it, I think.
Okay.
Whoever, might be Thor. All right, movie recommendations. I am going with some really simple ones. Aliens and Terminator 2.
Simple.
They might be my favorite James Cameron movies, those two. They really stick out at me, like when I was growing up watching movies. But I really liked True Lies as well. I know it's dumb. True Lies, it's very, very dumb.
You know what? I've never seen True Lies. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, it's really fun. You like Jamie Lee Curtis when she's being funny.
I mean, neutral. I'm neutral.
She's quite good in it.
Okay.
I mean, she makes you giggle quite a lot. And it's really dumb. I mean, it's very of its time, but it is super over the top in a James Cameron way, like any excuse to do a massive stunt,
Sure.
So, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Those are my recommendations.
Okay. And my recommendations, you ask? You didn't ask. You don't care? That's fine. I'm going to tell you anyway. I am going through adventure movies of all time that I've ever seen on my IMDb list. This isn't about quality. It's about quantity. If you want to be like me, you're going to watch all these movies and make up your own mind. So I'm in the A's still because it just started a few weeks ago. I'm up to, appropriately, Apollo 13.
Aha.
Because why? Artemis just took off and is going around the moon. And the other day you said they're going on the moon. They're not. They're going around the moon and coming back. They're not touching it.
What a waste of time.
They're just...
I mean, while you're there, you might as well nip and, pop down there.
I think if they're making this trip so much easier than it used to be, and I don't mean easier like it's easy. I mean, they figured stuff out. So the Apollo 13, watch it or not, I don't care. Aquaman and its subsequent follow-up little movies. I love Aquaman.
No?
And unfortunately reminds me of the Aqua guy from, Boys. The Boys.
Oh, The Deep. The Deep is amazing. Oh, come on.
God, he's terrible. Oh my God. And that is, unfortunately, I've linked them together. And so, but then we also have one of your favorites of all time. Taste is not an issue in this house. Armageddon.
Fantastic.
I love it. You love it, but that's not everyone's opinion. Then we have Army of the Dead. It's listed as an adventure movie.
Didn't like it. It's Zack Snyder. I do like him, but I didn't really like it.
I thought Army of the Dead was your one.
No, it's the one where they go into the Vegas casino, all the zombies.
Oh, see, I thought it was a sequel to your movies.
No, it is not.
Dead.
No.
Army of the Dead.
Army of Darkness, that one is.
Oh, well, Army of the Dead then is.
Army of the Dead is the Zack Snyder, big blockbuster one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Feisty, but I'm a zombie person, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then we have Around the World in 80 Days, every iteration that you can imagine.
All right. Thank you, Sid Talk.
Oh, yeah. Anytime.
You're most welcome. All right. I've been playing a game this week that I got a code sent to me. It's called StarRupture. I don't know if you saw any of it. It's really fun. So let me tell you what StarRupture is. I'll give you the thing off Steam. It says StarRupture is a first-person open-world base-building game with advanced combat and tons of exploration. Play alone or in a group on this ever-changing planet. Extract and manage resources, create your complex industrial system, and fight off hordes of alien monsters.
Goodness, a lot going on.
Yeah, so yes, you can play it with a group, like up to 4 people, I believe. But I just played it on my own. You're building a base, like it says, and it's like what you play, like City Skylines, where you can, where the base is made up out of blocks. You put blocks down, like different things. You can build a really elaborate, super duper base. And then once you've built it, you can mine resources. Well, you have to mine resources to build it in the first place. Let me say, the beginning of the game, like all these type of games, is kind of slow. It's just you. There's nothing. You go out, you mine some rocks, you come back, you make the rocks you start building your place,
You are doing what they call grinding.
Yes, like grunt work, you know? And eventually you'll end up with a base that once you get the base up and running, alien monsters will come and attack you. You've got to stave that off. But you've also got, because it's a big open world, you can go out and adventure. So you can go out, see what's out there. Maybe if you go a little bit too far where it's really dangerous, there'll be better things for you to collect, that kind of thing. I love that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Steam. It runs really well. I have played quite a bit of it this week. And the best part about it is it's in early access at the moment where the game's not finished, but that's a thing in Steam nowadays. So you get in now. It's like a Kickstarter almost. The game's, it's a fully playable game, but they're adding stuff all the time. But the best part about it is the game's only $20, Sid Talk. $19.99.
Right in my alley.
So if you get in, it's going to leave early access according to their notes in 2027. So if you get in now, you'll see how the game kind of starts development. And then by 2027, there'll be so much new added to it. It'll be like a new game. So it's called StarRupture. It's on Steam. You can get it now. Sid Talk, what's for dinner?
Tonight we're going to be having some pasta with some vegetables, because I have some frozen vegetables. They're just going to go in there with some kind of like savory, flavory something around it, on it. Not like saucy, but, you get the gist. When we are vegetarian. If you don't know why I'm telling you this, we're vegetarian and people still go, "What do you eat?" I still love it when friends of mine who I love dearly will suggest we all go to a restaurant and go, "Oh, can you go there?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Like you'll disintegrate when you walk through the door.
Since 2009, I have answered this question. I can eat anything I want. I can eat my own hand if I want. I can eat your foot if you let me. I don't care about what you eat. We're not anti-meat. I mean, now when I've always been anti-meat because I've always been disgusted by meat. Even when I was a kid, hated when my mom would want me to make the hamburger patties. I would just be like, oh, I would try to use saran wrap. I mean, this was the 70s and 80s to lay it on the saran wrap and then use saran wrap on top to mush it and shape it. I didn't want to touch it. And she would laugh at me. If you wanted me to cut up a chicken, there was no fucking way. There was no way. I was just like, ugh. And this is just who I am. I don't know where it came from. I was raised we ran stockyards. We had meat and steak in the fridge all the time. I probably ate more steaks in the first 40 years of my life than most people will in their life, right? So I'm not opposed to you eating meat. Neither of us are. But you can also eat every single other thing in the world. We're not vegan. So that means we do consume dairy and eggs. And so you can eat anything. So tonight's plant-based burgers will be on a bun with whatever accoutrement you choose.
What was that thing I made this week? Like an African porridge or something?
No, it was Chinese.
Chinese porridge. Yes. Sorry, yeah.
It's like...
Goji?
No, none of those. But it is rice that you overcook basically until it is and it was spectacular.
It was very delicious.
It was delicious.
It was like it had congee, onion flavoring. Well, no, yeah, onion and spinach and.
Because you made a bunch of things, and then when you serve the porridge, you put the stuff on top.
Oh, it was
kind of mix it.
It was good.
So good.
Never had it before.
See, that's why I'm going to wing it tonight with my pasta veggie surprise. We're going to honor Jean from EastEnders.
Aye.
And that is what's for supper.
And what's your advice? And let's get out of it.
Advice that's not advice, but today, guess what? It's sort of advicey. In my lifetime, I've been to places and been around people, and where the opportunity comes up where someone say, I have a friend who's a master guitar musician person he's, I don't know how old he is. He's in his 60s. Wrote a poetry book, and I'm like, I'll buy one of those, right? I have been to Renaissance festivals where the drumming people walk around the audience. It's like a hot day. Everybody's tired. You're kind of in the sun, but you've just watched this really cool drumming thing. And they're walking around trying to sell you a CD. Or I've been in Mexico when you're on a bus to a village and there's a guy in the back playing guitar. And then he's got like a kid walking around trying to sell you the CD. Or you're at a fair and there's somebody with little bits of art, little hand drawings that they've done or little paintings or something. And I say, if you can, buy the poetry book from your friend, buy the CDs every once in a while. If you're at a bar and the band has a guy over in the corner selling their latest CD that they've just recorded and made copies of, buy one of them. If it's $5 or $10, I mean, what is the loss? Right? You're already at the thing. So if you're already at the Renaissance Festival, you've probably spent at least $100 or more just getting in and buying some very expensive snacks and probably your outfit, whatever. If you're on a bus in Mexico, then chances are you're there maybe on vacation. You've spent a lot of money. What's $5 or $10? And then you get the essence of whatever that artist person was doing. And then my friend's poetry book, I'm reading through it and I just think it's so worth it to like tap into someone else's creativity that isn't like on the Amazon. It isn't on a big, on the racks at the Walmart. It's just somebody who's made their creative thing and now they're trying to sell it a little piece at a time. And I would say, give it a try.
Well done. Well said.
This is not sponsored by anyone selling CDs or poetry. It's just a thought.
All right. Thank you.
Aye, anytime.
All right, X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, those are the social networks we're on. We might also be on TikTok, who knows? ascully.com, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube. We're definitely on those, and that's where you'll get this podcast. Email feedback to me, ascully@ascully.com. Don't email Sid Talk. She does not want your email. And stay classy, Mr. James Cameron. Let's see what you do next. Probably another Avatar movie.
And I'm going to say, think for yourselves or someone will do it for you.